The news we've gotten within the past few days have been so heartwarming and exhilarating. To God be the glory. And that not excluding the one that is just about to come right now. This one is also coming to buttress all of the good news that we have been having over the past couple of days. And this is coming from Madam Ngozi Israel, that was allowed to be dropped by Kendra Investment on one of the platforms, according to her observation. And that is that about that. Well, I will do one or two padding after this and say one or two things very importantly for us to also listen to. All right, the message goes like this. Good evening once again, honorable comrades in the house. I bring you warm greetings. This is a good news, first of all, so you should put your mind on what I'm going to pass across to you. I bring you warm greetings and trust that this message finds everyone in great spirit and unwavering hope. The latest information reaching me this evening is both encouraging and reassuring. I am pleased to officially inform you that the long-awaited check has finally been signed and duly slotted into the appropriate bank. The bank clearance process, as per standard procedure, will require 3 full working days to be completed. This timeline commences today, Friday. That means that was yesterday, according to the other information we've gotten before now. So this is just in a buttress to all of the former information we pass across to us. This timeline commences today, Friday, and will extend through Monday and Tuesday of next week. Still in line. By God's grace, and if all things go according to plan, without any unforeseen delays, we can confidently anticipate that by Wednesday next week, the stakeholders would begin to receive the expected disbursements. However, it is important to note that if God in His infinite mercy accelerates the process, if God in His infinite mercy accelerates the process and things happen earlier than expected, to Him alone be all the glory. In the same vein, if the stakeholders successfully receive their disbursements next week as projected, then it will be realistic for the pioneers, the CBN slot, the recipients, and other related beneficiaries to begin setting their expectations towards the first week of May for their own disbursements. Please note, what I'm sharing is based on my careful personal observation and logical interpretation of the current progress. Therefore, I want to kindly urge everyone to remain calm, positive, and discerning. Let us shun every form of unverified or misleading information that may be circulating across various platforms. We must maintain our trust and faith in God, who alone has begun this wonderful process and is faithful to complete it. Okay, in just a few more days, by the grace of God, we shall all have reasons to celebrate together, dancing, rejoicing, and giving thanks to God Almighty for how far He has brought us on this journey. This important update has been officially authorized by Madam Ngozi Israel to be shared with everyone on this platform. Congratulations to us all in advance. Let us stay united, patient, and hopeful. In service, committee, General Secretary, Ambassador, Kendra Investment. All right, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We could see that all of the information we are receiving at a time like this, every one of them are aligning and they are perfectly in shape. Hosim has reported it. I have confirmed it. I also put a call across. Madam Ngozi is also reporting the same thing. Kendra Investment precisely. Now, all of this news that we are hearing, it's still from the same source, that the check has been signed, collected, and lodged into the appropriate designated account. Now, according to her, it said it will require 3 full working days to be completed. That is what we also had before. They said this timeline commences yesterday, which was Friday, and it will extend to Monday and Tuesday of next week because they are also working days. Then he said, if things go according to plan without unforeseen delays, we can confidently anticipate by Wednesday next week, the stakeholders will begin to receive. However, it is important to know that if God's mercy or in God's infinite mercy accelerate the process, things happen earlier than expected. To him alone be glory. I want to put your mind in the fact that if they say 3 working days and it's a banking issue, 3 working days, which begins on Friday, Saturday, Sunday is off, Monday, Tuesday is the completion of the 3 working days. I don't want to begin to say, let us think that 2 working days or 1 working day, whatever it is, if it is 3 working days for maturity, according to what they say, then we have to wait for 3 working days. Now, all of these are their personal observations based on what they are seeing or what they are being informed with based on the progress that's been made. Now, if we, after 3 working days, then there is something they need to do before they pay the stakeholders, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to be a negative person here. I'm just saying, see, one thing is this. 3 working days is what we heard from them. And they say it is their observation from what they are seeing. The check is going to take 3 working days to mature. Now, if that was what the bank actually said, maybe that's not what they are saying, but that's what the bank is saying, that it will take 3 working days for it to mature. Now, the pain of the stakeholders, they by observation says it might take off right from whether Wednesday or Thursday. Now, why I'm saying all of these things is because what if it does not take off on Wednesday or Thursday? You understand? Because even Thursday, I think Thursday is a public holiday, which is the 1st. That should be Workers' Day or so. Now, what if they decided and say, okay, let's not start what we finally hit on the public holiday? You understand? Because the 3 working days expires on Wednesday. Then let me quickly check something here. It expires on Wednesday, and Thursday is a public holiday. That's a Workers' Day. Then Friday is a free day. It's a working day. You understand? What if they decided and say it's only 1 day that is a working day within next week, and we want to shift it to the coming week, which is the week following that particular week now, where there is holiday. And then you will begin to say, you see, we say it, we see, you say it, we say it, they will shift it again. You see, one thing I want you to know is that we are near these promises than what we used to hear. And please, just rest your mind. Rest your mind. Please, just rest your mind. I think I read somebody was saying yesterday that I said that if they get this money, they shouldn't add 1 more wife. that, do I know how much the money is? It up to 10 million that I said they shouldn't add one more wife? Please add 10 more wives. Please add 10 more wives. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only telling you, one wife that you have, see how much God can help you to take care of that one wife and your children. But you want to add one more wife, maybe you want to add one more wife, and when you hear the amount that is going to be paid, you now want to use it to cash in one more wife. Why don't you just stick with the one you know? That is responsibility on its own, full-fledged responsibility. So if you want to add 10 more wives, it is your duty, is your responsibility. You understand? One thing I'm trying to say is we have reached a threshold where even if you are a doubter before now, don't doubt again. Don't doubt again. Most of the voices of what's it called, Mama Temitope and the likes of Honorable Farouk and the rest of them, they were saying there was no money in the system and all that. After a while, for months ago now, we didn't hear those voices again. Now, if they at all are going to kick into some of these things, if they want to voice out again, it might not be like saying there is no money in the system. They might only be kicking and be attacking the fact that, why did it delay? And why is it delay? If you really have money to pay, why don't you pay it? But they don't know the processes that have been involved in everything. They are not there following. You are just outside throwing stones on the inside. Why don't you just allow the process to go seamlessly? You understand? So it is very important that you do what is right and do it at the right time. What is right? You staying on course. Pray onwardly. Pray onwardly. If the fact remains that the big boys were settled, according to the information we got, then the stakeholders will be settled, because Apostle Professor Ken will be settled. Other grant handlers would be settled. It's a normal norm. Then if they are settled, they can't eat the money alone. It is too big. It will touch them. That money is too big. I know that Nigeria is a very terrible country. But this one, Christians are involved, Muslims are involved, religious people are involved. See, it will purge your belly. They will run belly. They will use prayer, bring out the money from it. You will not have peace. That money will take you to the hospital. The kind of prayer, fasting, and investment that have been made on this project, what are you talking? Pastors, prophets, imam, and a lot of people that are there praying to their God just to ensure that this money comes out. You think we are coming to joke here? Everybody is involved. Everybody is involved. Those that have small money, they are involved. Those that have big money, they are involved. Everyone is involved. And then you take their money and eat it. You will never live well. The masses the widows will finish you. Their prayers alone, the single mothers and the legitimate single mothers they have become single mothers by reason of widows. When they cry on your neck, God will hear their cry. When the poor and the needy seek for help, and there is no one to answer them, and nobody answers, you say God will take up their cause. God will take up their cause on anybody that chop the money that does not belong to them. And when God begins to fight you and be of service to the one you are fighting, you never enter Wahala. I decree over you, may God serve you. May God serve you. And when God serves you, that is to tell you that you are the honorable here. Forget about those that call themselves the honorable member of the house. They are dishonorable. You are the honorable persons I know on this platform. You that have prayed consistently waiting for this grant to materialize, you are the honorable member of the house. You are the honorable member of the house, and I see you as one. So you could possibly see the projection I'm doing here. If by Wednesday the check mature, then Thursday we come to a holiday. You don't expect them to possibly lodge or to be paying on Thursday. Friday is a public holiday. Sorry, Friday is the only working day there. They might just decide and say, this one day might not be enough for what we want to do. Maybe we'll shift it to the coming week. You understand? Now, if stakeholders are now paid in the coming week, beginning from 5th, which is Monday, 5th down. So as from that 5th down, you talk of the stakeholders being paid. I'm just doing a projection. I'm not saying that is the cause. You understand? So that you not start saying what is not part of it right now. So maybe from that Monday, 5th of May, then you talk of the stakeholders and you talk about the other CBN slots and the pioneers and other slots members and rest of them like that. So that could be possibly a cause. You understand? It's possible. It's possible. So they are saying it based on what they are saying, their observation, their projection, logical thinking. I'm also saying it based on what is factual, which could also mean what could be taken, action that could be taken. You understand? So, but don't just say I'm stopping your pay. No, I'm also to be paid. Everybody's to be paid. It's not only you that is to be paid. I'm just saying this based on my observation. You can bring up your observation on what you think, if this is possibly logical and there could be some meaning attached to it. So, but the long and short of everything is that we have the victory. We have the victory. You see? OSIM has reported this. Madam Ngozi Israel has reported this. Kendra Investment has reported on behalf of Madam Ngozi Israel. And all of this information coming at the lee of our expectations, they are pointing towards the same thing. Check signed, sealed, completed, lodged into appropriate designated account to mature in 3 days. And by after maturation, you talk of payment to stakeholders. Then we talk about payment to the beneficiaries, the pioneer slots, and they want to make the payment all at once based on what I had. Initially, we had that they're only going to pay after stakeholders receive. They will pay pioneers first, the CBN slot. CBN, government NGO, and pioneers, they are all the same thing. CBN slot, government NGO slot, pioneer slot, they are all the same thing. That money is not for personal interest. It's for project, community project, your village project, your street project, and it has to be visible. Whatever you do with that fund have to be visible. They will invest. I mean, they are going to inspect on it. You're going to give account of it. That's not to say that none of the money will come to you in any way. You understand? No matter how small, but majorly is going into billions. Is for project, for development. So there must be tangible evidence of what you use the fund for. Don't bamboozle yourself. When you collect project money, make sure that you do project. When you collect project money, if not, you go sleep for EFCC office. So if it's a project money, make sure that you do project with it. You understand? It's not small money that is coming for the pioneer slot, those that are meant to receive that fund, and you possibly enlisted for it. It's majorly for project. I've run a particular voice note on this channel before. You might want to listen to it comprehensively. I made a comprehensive dropout on that particular submission. So do as much as possible to try as much as possible to use the fund for what it was meant for. You understand? So after the pioneer slot we had before, then they will pay the beneficiaries, but now we understood that they are going to pay everybody together. It could be an observation, it could be a wishful thought. It should be what, when we get to the bridge, we will definitely cross it. You understand? The fact remains that let the stakeholders be paid first, as the big boys were settled. The bureaucratic bottle delay, whatever thing they call it, has gone. It has gone with that one. They cannot come again and be complaining to us or find an occasion of stumbling at what we are supposed to take from right now. So, but we are right now at the stakeholders forum, which that is what we want to see happen to them right now. Payment. Then we talk about your own, which is very importantly. Okay. So let's keep our faith and trust in God very, very active. We are in the season of rain. We're in the season of showers, and it will touch you. Even if you wear scale on your body, maybe the kind of affliction or the kind of battle you are fighting is as if every day your battle is increasing. This money, it will remove your battle. When this one is to be paid, this time around, you will get showers. Even if you have feathers for body, it will penetrate your feather. Why? Because this is a divine program, and you are going to be enlisted in the army of the jubilants. You are going to celebrate. So look forward for it, advance towards it, crave for it. Every enemy that wants to multiply and increase your battle, the Lord shall do to them what he did to Sennacherib in the Bible. It will cause him to hear a rumor, and he will go to his own city, and there he will be killed. So every enemy that wants you to continue in that impoverishment, in that kind of situation that makes you cry every time, they will be caused to hear a rumor that will finally silence them. Because as for you, it is your case that God wants to pick up financially and settle every score in your family, in your marriage, in your home, in your destiny.